So a couple of days ago, the Marvel Tokon beta ended, and I can't lie to you, man. A nigga has been fiending, geeking. I want to play this game again so bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I said I know I needed to play Avatar, or I gotta play Avatar, but man, also I've been busy, but I've also just been really wanting to play this game again. I've been looking at everybody else play the game. I've been looking at the footage and seeing just how much stuff I missed, or how much other cool stuff I could have been doing, and I'm like, damn, bruh, I legitimately cannot wait to play this game again. But I never got to give my thoughts on the game at the end of the beta, because I'm not gonna lie, I was playing the game so much that, like, I ain't gonna lie, I had work the next day, and I already was staying up way later than I should have. So I know I'm like a couple days late, but wanted to give his thoughts on the game. And I cannot lie to you, son. This game right here, man, it's special. Like obviously, like, it's not the full game. We're still missing what, like 4 characters or like 5 characters to play from like the whole roster. But like, even having access to the characters that we did have, like for instance, I had access to the team that I was gonna play on day 1, and even just getting to play those guys, I'm just like, dog, this game is special, bruh. I guess we could start with the things that I liked about it first. So off rip, the game looks amazing. Like obviously Arc System games, you know how that shit goes. But man, this game looks really good. Like when I wasn't playing it and I was watching other people play it, it made me really appreciate just how good this game looks. Like, obviously it's an Arc System game, so all their games look good, but I'm willing to say that this is probably like their most, like, I don't want to say technically impressive. Maybe it might be technically impressive, but I truly think that this is like my favorite looking Arc System game so far. And like, what's called, that's a big thing to top, especially since they made Dragon Ball my favorite looking fighting game of like all time. And for me to be saying that I like this more than Dragon Ball is kind of crazy. But like, even if you just look at the intro animations, like look at, like, yo, that Spidey intro animation, like his eyes squishing, like stretching and squishing. I really like fucking Spider-Man outro, where like he's like stretching and you can see like him like stretching his chest and then like closing it, like actually like stretching and shit. I think that shit looks really good. And then even so just like the supers that we have, like a lot of the level 1s look really cool. A lot of the damn, I don't know if we call them level 3s or whatever, level 2s or whatever, the damn half circle back moves, I guess you can call them level 3s, look really cool. And then the assembles, man, the assembles are just so tough. Like, everything about this game just looks fantastic. The fact that they're actually going to be giving us costumes and stuff for this game is ridiculous, because that's such an unprecedented thing for these guys. Like, they don't do costumes. Like, it's very rare for them to do costumes for characters. Like in Dragon Ball, you would think a game as popular, as money printing, as like every metric of success that Dragon Ball had, you would think they would have costumes, and they didn't. They never did. They figured out a way for them to do it so that way it's not as cost effective, or a cost efficient effect. Either way, they figured out a way to do it so that way it doesn't take up too many resources. Because the main complaint that I heard was that, at least back in the Dragon Ball days, the way Arc System makes their character, if they was to make a costume for a character, it'd basically be like them making an entire new character. Which, I hear you, and like, I always just accepted it as truth, just because, nigga, look at the way that look at the way the game looks. I mean, if you know anything about the way they model and animate, that makes sense. Some of the best models that Dragon Ball characters had ever received. Yeah, no, that makes sense. They eventually did it for Grand Blue, and now they're doing it for Marvel Tokon. And I can't lie to you, man, I'm getting excited. Like even showing us that Captain America skin, I was like, dog, do I really want to buy? I don't want to buy the Ultimate Edition, but I might, bro, because I'm like, yo, That's tough, bro. Those costumes look good. Like, honestly, like, I wish they would show us like what the Spider-Man one looked like, because depending on what that Spider-Man one looks like, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, the game looks amazing. It's one of those things that's not going to be relevant if you're playing the game like maybe like a week later, or maybe like 2 weeks, a month into the game, where you're just going to be thinking like, oh yeah, you know, game. But like, just looking at the game right now, even times where you're just looking at the game like in a tournament or some shit, you'll just be like, damn, this game looks really good. And that shit is important. It helps with the longevity of a game. Another thing I really liked, I like the interactions in this game. I didn't go out of my way to see a bunch of them, but the ones I saw while playing the game and the ones that hit my timeline, you can tell that these guys really did their homework when it came to this stuff. They didn't just like phone it in, and they just like, you know, did some damn generic dialogue. Not every character, but a lot of characters have a lot of interactions with each other, and the characters that have interactions with each other make sense. Like what's it called, Spider-Man Goblin makes sense. I really like their interaction. They reference like Gwen Stacy's death, which kind of just tells you what happens in the universe, or what happens in this version of the Marvel timeline. And then Spider-Man also talks with Iron Man about Civil War, so you know Civil War happened in this timeline, or a version of Civil War happened, which I think is pretty cool. You got Magic and Aurora talking. We got Wolverine talking with Magneto. Everybody calling this guy Eric, like, oh my god. Yo, Doom and Spider-Man had interactions, and I thought that junk was pretty funny. Him talking about so I was talking to Reed the other day, and he has no idea who you are. And I'm just like, dude, oh my god, like, he's back. Mean Spider-Man is back. Blade and Ghost Rider having a cool little interaction. Spider-Man, Wolverine having interactions. Magic and Magneto having interactions. It's just cool to see. It's just cool to see characters' interactions. Like, one of the things that I really liked when I played Marvel Rivals was how all the characters like talked to each other and knew each other, and then, like, you know they talk shit. They had conversations about this shit. Like, seeing these characters interact with other Marvel characters is always going to be cool. Like, that's one of the coolest things about comics, is seeing characters interact with each other. And in fighting games, you get that through like the stories, and like you get it through like the super dialogue sometimes. Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, Wolverine and Magic have like special level 3s with like different members of the X-Men and Magneto. So I remember I was facing the Magneto, and then I did a Wolverine's level 3, and then Wolverine talking about I'm sorry, Eric, but I've owed you this for a long time. And I'm like, dude, that's so hype. And it's just little stuff like that, and I'm just like, bro, these guys care. These guys really got the good voice acting cast, like a really good voice acting cast, like all the characters you will want to voice act the characters. Obviously, Josh Keaton, Spider-Man, we all know how that goes. This shit is peak. Steve Blum, Wolverine. I really like Magic voice actor. Blade's voice actor is good. I low-key like Rivals more, but this Blade does a good job for what he's asked to do. Cap's voice is really good. I know TyQuest was hating on Ghost Rider because he kind of sounds lame, and like, I'm not gonna disagree and say that he doesn't have a little lameness to him, but I think he sounds cool sometimes. Goblin's voice actor, shout out to Steve Blum. That Goblin voice is tough. He was cooking. Dr. Doom's voice actor is really good too. All these characters sounding good also helps with the immersion of selling you what they want to do. And I think that shit is really cool. I went to your hood and nobody knew you. That's exactly what basically he said. He said, yo, I can see why you can't beat the Fantastic Four. They're fantastic and you just suck. And I just say, like I said, it comes off as corny, but also at the same time, that's kind of what that nigga is. Like, he's funny, but he's also funny in a corny way. I think they nail that characterization of Spider-Man a lot. I mean, I guess we could talk about like the game itself now, because like everything outside of the game is really good. I know a big complaint like pre-release was definitely people talking about the sauce, like how much swag the game was gonna have, how much sauce is it gonna have. It felt very limited and basic. And after the changes that they made, because I played in the first 2 closed betas, and I will say, going from closed beta 2 to this one, it feels completely different, and completely different in a good way. Like, they have you could do so many cool things now. Like, one of my biggest complaints was always that, damn, if I get a hit, I can't use my other assists. Like, I can't create a block string with like any of the other assists. I have to use this lariat combo assist, and I'm like, I don't really like this assist. It doesn't really do anything for me. But what is it? The new changes allows you to call any assist at any time, and if you do a certain direction with the assist, you get to call the type of assist that you want. So for instance, for this one, I got Spider-Man on forward assist, which is the shooter assist, so he shoots out webs, and I can get that at any time I want. I got Blade on down assist, which is what is it, vertical, so he can do his vertical assist at any time I press down and assist. Wolverine is on back assist, which is I think it's assault. He gets to use the assault assist at any time. I think that was an excellent change, because like a combo that you can do in this beta that you wouldn't have been able to do before without the changes is a combo that I like doing. It's the blade combo. It's a full screen blade combo where you do like jump light gun or just regular light Uzi, and then you call Spider-Man forward shooter assist, and then you and then you do medium gun, you throw the stake, and then you get a full combo off of it. And I just think stuff like that is really cool, because it's like, yo, it shows what you can actually do in the game.
I know you don't. That's why I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's so racist.
That's not tough? That's not tough? That's not tough?
It's tough. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie.
And that's really what I want. Like, it's a versus game. I want a versus game to have crazy cool combos and crazy cool like hit confirms, whether they're niche or super practical. I just want cool stuff in my fighting game, and this game has cool stuff. So if anybody thought the game was gonna be like swagless or sauceless, I'm sorry, but not even sorry. It's fortunately has the swag. But yeah, cool combos. The combos is cool. Combos is cool as fuck. and that's not even just the combos that I've done. Like, hold on, I can even bring up the stuff that I saw, because me and the general were talking about Star-Lord, and I was just like I'd seen stuff about Star-Lord, but like this stuff right here, because like I played him in the first beta, but this stuff right here made me went, yo, you know what, I gotta go into the lab with Peter Quill. Look at this combo, son. This combo is sick. Oh, hold on, what? He goes super, and he's not done. He gets a confirm out of the super. Like, that's sick, bro. Oh my god, I love stuff like that, bro. Like, if we just look at the combo, break it down, right? He does launcher, and then he switches to his elemental gun mid combo. And then he gets the freeze, and then he switches to fire. He switches to fire mid combo. So he did 2 switches into different guns. And then he gets an extension out of the super, and then he's able to switch for a 3rd time. He did 3 gun swaps throughout the entire combo. Like, that's so sick, bro. Like, this is what I mean by just like, yo, this game just has so much, it has so much cool stuff in it, bro. This was the one that I originally saw, and it made me go, wait a minute, I gotta play this character. He got a special hit of the ball, and then he started juggling him. That was sick. And then he ends it with double super. First of all, I didn't even know you could switch your blaster. That's also sick too. But yeah, no, Star-Lord had cool shit. There was so much cool stuff in this game, and I just wish we had more time with the game. I miss this game so much, bro. I miss this game. I want to play it again, bro. But yeah, nah, this game just has so much cool stuff in it. Well, I guess we can get into the things that like I didn't like about the game, and like we have to address this one, even though it's a pretty big complaint that everybody has. The fact that the game like just doesn't work on PC. Let me not say it doesn't work on PC. The way the game is on PC and even on like higher end hardwares, people are having trouble running the game. Like, it just sucks. Having like forcing you to play this shit on PS5, especially if you don't have a great computer, or not even a great computer, even if you have a good computer, it still was like running bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I meet the requirements to play this shit was still not running good. Like, even when I wasn't streaming, and when I did stream it, yo, y'all niggas saw it. I could barely get a consistent frame rate, son. Thankfully, I did have the Senko, but like, if I didn't have the Senko, I probably wouldn't have been able to play the game. I just really hope that they can that they can fix the issues, because whatchamacallit, they did acknowledge that, yeah, we are having a problem, and we know that it's like a CPU leak thing going on, and like, hopefully they can fix it before the launch of the game. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I really don't want to buy this game on PlayStation. Niggas don't fuck with the Cinco. They don't, bruh. One, everything that's going on with Sony right now, if this game wasn't as good as it was, one. Two, it wasn't made by Arxis and didn't have the Marvel properties, like, I wouldn't play it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I want to support Sony as little as possible, especially with them doing all this all digital shit, bruh. Like, I genuinely am just so turned away by PlayStation. I just really don't want to have anything to do with this company. Like, I'm not the type of nigga who's gonna get rid of his like PlayStation 5 or anything like that. But if I don't have to pay for online to play this game, hell, if I don't have to play this game on their platform, and the only thing I need is an account from them, then sure, fine, whatever, right? Even though I think it's really stupid, but it's probably there. I think it's probably there to help facilitate the crossplay function, even though Arxis has their own version of it, so I don't see why they need PlayStation, but you know how it is. My other complaint about performance in this game is just how bad crossplay was. Like, it probably could be something server side too. A lot of it definitely was. Now, I'm not saying people's builds are ass, because like I just said, the game was struggling to run on PC. So whatchamacallit, if you thought you could run the game, which you probably could run the game, but you probably wasn't getting a consistent 60 FPS. And then because you weren't getting a consistent 60 FPS, it made when you played online feel bad, or it made your opponent's rollback frames go up while you didn't feel nothing. It felt smooth on your end, but versus your opponent, it felt ass. And that was mostly happening when you went PC to PlayStation. It mostly made the PlayStation player feel like ass. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like right now I'm playing Keith, and I was just like, dude, you know what's funny? I literally just played Keith in Avatar. So I know our connection is good. I know we had a good connection, but this was like 8 frames of rollback, and you know what's crazy? It's 8 frames of rollback in 31 ms. This is like regular, that's like regular ms. Like, it's not a crazy connection, it's not crazy high or nothing. So like, to have 8 frames of rollback, and then it doesn't happen during cinematics and it only happens during gameplay, shows you that it has to do with the frame rate of like the other person, or like maybe not even the frame rate per se, but just if something going on the back end. So I really hope that they can fix the crossplay of this game, because it got so bad to the point, because like, every time I played against a PC player that wasn't Guardy, it was just unplayable. Like, it was legitimately unplayable. Like I'm playing Keith right now, and I'm telling you right now, the game, like, you can see it in the game, but like, I'm telling you, it felt way worse to play it. Like, it legitimately legitimately felt like what God do you call it? It felt like I was playing an Xbox Live. I was drowning underwater. I was legitimately not able to do anything. I was making it work though, but I wouldn't recommend nobody play this. Or just lock in, fix them PC performances, and we good. Probably another thing that I dislike, which to me is probably like the biggest thing, like the game feel of the game honestly feels very clunky at times. Like most of the time it feels good. The game is a bit on the slower side of a tag game, but for what it doesn't have on the speed, it kind of makes up for that in visual clutter. I know me personally, I think it's going to be a little hectic to follow. I know some people probably might not like it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like there were legitimately times when I'm playing like Guardy, and there's like 5 niggas on the screen, and I'm just like, dog, towards the end, like, we was like, yo, I legitimately can't see Like there were dead ass times where you just couldn't see where you was, and you low-key lost yourself. And like it's cool for like the first couple of times, but like when you like actually start like playing into it and getting into the game, I can see this getting very annoying very quickly. Like yo, I'm not gonna lie, Magneto is like going to be a character that's gonna cause a lot of visual clutter just because of how the character is. Back to game feel, but even though the game felt good for the most part, I think probably the worst part was like the input reader. The input reader made the game feel very clunky and unresponsive sometimes. Not only would it read your inputs weird, I'll be doing the damn Z motion and then I'm getting fireball instead of whatever the damn DP input is, or what's called. I would do fireball and then I would get the Z motion, and I'm just like, yo, what the hell? What is this? So I think they need to like tighten up with the input reader. But then also calling assists in this game and tagging feels so bad. Like I'm not gonna lie, like out of all the versus games I played, this is easily the worst one to like actually like tag out and switch. And the game is very weird on when and where you could call assists. Like yo, I was messing around with it earlier, like on the last day, because I was like, yo, when exactly where can I call assists on certain things? And it just never made sense to me, man. Like I remember I was not talking. I wish I was talking, but I was watching Sajan's video, and he basically was echoing the same complaints on how like there's like certain lockouts during like certain periods where like you can actually like call or tag or some shit like that, and it just feels so clunky and sluggish. It just didn't feel good, bro. But that's honestly just what this game is. It just feels oddly restrictive on easy things, and it just doesn't make sense. Also, what I was talking about before with fucking Magneto. Look how much bullshit this guy has on the screen, and then just imagine assists with this shit. Like and keeps playing the all black costume. Just imagine somebody's playing like an all black team, and then you have to deal with these dark energy things on the screen. Like the visual clutter in this game is going to be ridiculous. Like I hope that they can change it eventually. I don't know what the ramifications would be for other characters, but I know at least for me, when I was playing Spider-Man and I was trying to use my unique, because for some reason they counted as like a special move, it made it feel very weird and restrictive. Another thing was just like let's say you get hit, right? And then your opponent drops a combo. They don't finish it, they drop the combo, and like you finish like in the air. But I remember at least in fighters, you was able to call assists out of it, so you can get like a safer landing, and you couldn't do that in this game. Now like I said, I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, I'm just gonna get cut out of the video. But yeah, it just felt very weird on where you could call assists. It felt very rigid and stuck in some places. I don't know. I just hope they can make it feel smoother. I would really appreciate a smoother tagging assisting experience. Air comboing, which was the thing that I said I was gonna talk about when I got to the dislikes. For some reason, right, you can only do like 4 buttons, like 4 normals, before you just get locked out of doing normals. Somebody told me that, and I was like, I don't really understand what you mean by like you can only do 4 Gatlings before you get locked out. I was like, what are you talking about? And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh, that makes sense, because yo, there were times where like I would do a combo, I would go like crouch light, medium, heavy, and then I tried to down heavy, and then nothing would come out, and I'm just like, why is nothing coming out? And then it reminded me of what somebody said, and I was like, oh, that's what they mean by the lockout. And I'm just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, you won't run into it often, but when you do, it's just weird. Like obviously when you play, you could circumvent it, you could play around it. It's just one of the things that like, if you don't know about it, it's going to be very weird, and it's going to make you feel like, yo, why isn't my stuff coming out when I play the game? It's just another restricted thing. It's another oddly restricted thing. It's just weird. It doesn't make sense, because like if you're worried about long combos, which, hold on, we'll talk about that, but if you're worried about long combos, the game already has a combo meter. It has a combo meter timer that fills up with how many hits you do. Yeah, it is just very odd. I didn't notice, I didn't really like register it in my head until somebody said, yeah, you got 4 normals and then you get locked out. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just like, it doesn't make sense for you not to have it. or it doesn't make sense for you to put the restriction in. It just felt like a stupid restriction. I also mentioned that combos are long. I don't personally have a problem with it, but people do kind of have a problem with long combos, and I know Leffen was crying about how long combos would eventually be once people actually started figuring out how the game works and the system mechanics and blah blah blah, whoop all that. But I don't got a problem with long combos. It is something that could be a problem. Okay, I hear you. Not having a burst in this modern age with this kind of game is nuts. I hear you, but I love this game doesn't have a burst. I love that it functions. I love that it is a fighters style game, like a versus style game, where we don't got burst. When you get hit, hold that, nigga. You know what the burst is? Not being hit. You know what burst you have? You have defensive burst. And that's another thing we'll get to. I love when my games don't have burst. I love that when I get my hit, I'm going to make you pay. Or the perfect thing that I heard to basically describe how I feel about burst is what the Kill Sage said one time. He said, yo, the reason why I don't like burst is that when you're playing somebody that's better than you, right? You are trying your hardest to get in, and then you finally get in, you get your hit, and then because they have burst, they burst you out, and now you gotta work to get in again, and then somehow you just don't get you just don't get another hit. And I'm just like, bruh, I don't want to like I worked to get in, I worked in to get this hit, and then you just burst out, and then now I gotta try again. Like, that shit will always make me mad annoyed. So I'm glad when a game doesn't have burst. Like, I get it, this game is going to be very evil and messed up, but I'm glad it don't got no burst. And that's what I said, you can burst bait. I don't want to burst bait. I don't want to have to do a shitty combo and the chances of that you burst bait. Then you didn't burst bait. Niggas is I'm playing a mind game on my hit. I don't want to play a mind game on my hit. I got the hit. Now you can keep all that burst. You can keep all that burst baiting over there in Guilty Gear. In my versus game, in my pure versus game, where we revel in the bullshit, we have no escape. Your escape is you shouldn't have been there. Another thing, the defensive mechanic, especially like the blocking defensive mechanic, feels very bad, or looks to be very bad. When I was playing against it, it was annoying, and that was just because I wasn't ready to deal with it, and that was on me. 100% on me. 100% on me. And that's fine, right? But when I was looking at other people play the game, I watched Diaphone play the game, I was looking at Hook play the game, and every time, or almost every time, oh yeah, I even watched the TNS tournament. Almost every time they went for a crossover, they was able to counter it, and if not counter it, perfect counter it, which is disassemble the person using the mechanic. You use the defensive mechanic, and then you still got punished for using the defensive mechanic. And I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna feel so bad. That's gonna feel so bad to use. And honestly, I don't know how you make it better though, without it being very overbearing. I don't even know what a proposed change would even look like, right? Because you can't say, oh, in order to counter it, the person initiated use one, and then the person who's countering it has to use two. And it's just like, what? It just doesn't seem right. But for how strong a disassemble is, because you don't get access for your characters for like a minute, and in the game where assists don't cost nothing to call in neutral, it's ooh, wow, it's gonna feel like hell. It's gonna feel like hell having to play without your assists. The other defensive mechanics didn't feel that bad. I know you had the overhead armored move. Honestly, I didn't see it that much. I think it's really good. I think it's better than disassemble if somebody's doing a block string and the block string itself like isn't like airtight, or maybe there's like a little gap in between. You can spend a bar to do that. Or even the backwards one. The backwards evade one is also really good too, if the block string isn't tight. But in terms of like crossover, in terms of the crossover mechanic, it just felt, oh my god, it felt so bad. But yeah, it just felt, crossover just felt like, it felt really bad, or it looked to be really bad at the top level. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the amount of times I saw perfect crossover, ridiculous, son. Like, for a mechanic that's supposed to be your burst, essentially, like your block string burst, for you to get punished for using that shit is ridiculous. Like, I thought it wasn't going to be reactable. I thought it was going to be like on a prediction type of wave. You had to be predictive in your use of it. Like, you had to know somebody was going to try and burst you or crossover you. But for that to not be the case, it's ridiculous, son. I hope they can do something about the defensive mechanics, because for how strong offense is gonna be in this game, and and your defensive mechanic being easily reactable. Ugh. What else is there? Defensive mechanics probably need a lot of work. Let me not say a lot of work, but they got to do some changes, and I'm very interested to see which direction they go in. I mean, I kind of talked about visual clutter. Like, I'm not really a fan, but like, it kind of maintains the versus spirit by like, damn, this game is freaking crazy, bro. Like, versus games are crazy, and not being able to see what's happening sometimes is a part of this shit. That's why sometimes when you play a versus game and then a lot of crazy stuff is happening, but like, sometimes you'll get so locked in that you can act like you'll actually see through all the badness. It got you feeling like Sasuke when he first opened his eyes, when he first got the damn upgraded Sharingan. It got you moving like Madara when he got first introduced during the Ninja War. Like, literally, like, I can see type shit and stuff like that is so dope. But yeah, nah, I think that's it. Like overall, I'm genuinely excited just to learn more and play the game. This game has the potential to be something truly special. I don't want to say it's going to be special, because a lot of things can happen from now and until next week. Maybe we was all blinded by, ooh, new shiny pretty thing. Maybe the honeymoon phase is gonna be crazy, and then bam, this shit is ass. As it stands right now, I'm legitimately like so excited. This is like one of the most excited I've been for a game in a long time. And I genuinely think it has like the ability to be as popular as something as like a Fighters was in its heyday. It literally has all of the components to make a good fighting game that can transcend just the FGC bubble. Like, it looks good. It has a super well-known, recognizable IP. The game, at least right now, is really good, and there's a lot of hype around it. There's a lot of stuff for casuals, I think. I could be wrong about that one, but from what I've seen, there is stuff for casuals. There is single player offerings. It has a lot of the bells and whistles, man. Like I genuinely think it has the ability to be the next Fighters in terms of like how popular a game could be. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like if one Evo they say, or we see Marvel Tokon has topped Street Fighter as the #1 entered game, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, that's how much power this game potentially could have. Like I legitimately am so excited to play this game. Like, honestly, like I thought about doing it for 2SKO. I wish I could have done it for Dragon Ball when it was around, but honestly, this game has got me like excited to the point to where I'm just like, dog, I think I want to take this game actually serious. Yo, you might see a nigga on the fucking TNSs. You might see me pulling up to the damn online TNSs and shit. Like, that's how much fun I'm having with this game right now. But yeah, I mean, the game comes out in like a week. We gotta wait until August 6th. It's gonna be a good time, man. 7 days. We gotta wait these 7 days out, and then we can finally play this shit, man. I can't wait. I'm so excited.